Hey, buddy. What's up, Azen? How's it going, man? I was just doing like a random stream because today I was gonna be fixing up this blend space, and I knew it was just gonna be me sitting down for like 2 hours just fixing up these animations. So I was like, you know what? I'll just stream this because I might as well. I'm stuck here for 2 hours, so I decided to chill with you guys. But yeah, you doing all good? Hey, that's what I want to hear, man. Let's see. How are we gonna do this? I guess. Let's try this. Yo, Akuma. You just used the gasp upper body tutorial an hour ago. Hey, bro. I'm glad to hear the tutorials are still useful to you, man. Yeah, no, I'm literally dealing with gasp upper body right now. So, but to do it, I need to make some extra animations for. So what we're doing, right? So in case you're not sure, so we're making a blend space tree for all the different pistol holding sequences right now. That's the goal today. So that's what we're here for. And yeah, I'm just chilling with you guys while I'm doing it. Souls cinematic scene. I've actually really wanted to do a cutscene, like a Souls style cutscene before. So you might actually be seeing that video probably in a few months actually. Like it's actually on the chopping block. So yeah, definitely like look forward to that. Because I'm a big fan of awesome cutscenes, and I think cutscenes are they're easier to digest, you know? Like if you're just an average viewer. What's your thought on ALSv4? Honestly, bro, I'm not really sure what that is. So explain it to me in the chat, and then I'll tell you what I think about it. What up? Raichu Wisdom, thanks for dropping by, man. No, we were just, I'm making a rifle aim blend space for Unreal 5. It's part of my practice in learning how to control, you know, game development stuff for shooting. Procrastinating on this end of the world, planning tomorrow instead. Hey, dude, hey, I understand. Sometimes you just gotta take a step back and procrastinate a little bit. No worries. We all do it. I don't know how to say your name, bro. I'm sorry. QAnin's Budget Crafts. You managed to catch a live noise. Not kidding. I learned from Blender a while back in 2.7 days. QAnin's Budget, bro. If you're from 2.7, you are, God, you are an OG at that point. Like that's wild. Oh shit. Thanks for being here for all this time though. Red Hood Bardock. Bardock. Sorry, man. Hello from Houston. You guys want to know something cool? I was actually born in Houston. So, hey, fellow Houstoner. It's good to see you. Yeah, shout outs for sure, man. It's good to see you here. Boss intro fight cutscene. Ah, dude, boss intro fight cutscenes are so fun. But they take you know what the hard part of the boss intro fight cutscenes are? You have to make a boss. That's why it's hard to do. Intrepid Animations, do not call us OGs. I'm not that old, bro. You are OG, man. Like it's OG's good. OG's good. It's a sign of respect, okay? Like new boss, bro. Sup, grandma? Grandpa at Intrepid Animation. Yeah, Intrepid Animation, shoutouts to you. Lomo, no one gets it right. Quinian. Oh, Quinian. Okay, I'll probably just call you Quinn. But all right. Thanks for letting me know how to pronounce your name. I try my best, but I'm just awful with names. Faces I can do, but names are just hard. Okay. So my boss is human size. Yeah, that's one way to do it. I don't know why. So I love human-sized bosses. Like, you know, like Dark Link from Zelda, who's literally just you, but Shadow. I love those kind of like Ditto matches. But everybody seems to like the giant bosses, you know? Akuma says, OG is fine, just don't call us Gramps anymore. Okay, bro, I'm not gonna call you Gramps. I'm not gonna call myself a Gramp either. Like, dude, I don't want to be a grandpa yet. Okay, like that's too old. No, we're not there. We're not there yet. Okay, we still got some years left in us. Okay. Probably plenty used to the Twitch crowd. No one there can pronounce it. You know, Quinian's is actually a cool name, man. I love it. Raichu Wisdom 2.7. 2.5? Oh shit, bro. 2.5 is like, is that before? No, that is before left click select was standard, right? 2.8 was when left clicks became standard, right? No, my fucking, what, the music? Hold on guys, I gotta get through this ad. Oh my god, 15-second ad, are you serious?
Restrictions apply.
A double ad? What? Oh my god, come on. 2 15-second ads? Guys. I cannot believe my groove was ruined for this stupid commercial. Okay. Back to the music. Here we go. Alright, hold on. First Descendant from SO was crazy. Oh, First Descendant, dude, I've been watching a lot of the clips from those. So they look really, really good. Be sure to check out ASL before sometime. It's literally custom poses. Oh, okay. I didn't know that was a thing. I'll have to check it out. Drop a link in this chat if you can, and I'll put it on my list of things to look into later. Quinian, I mostly learned Blender, but there was a lot of how I do, where you're the only one who just gets the point. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you know, it's learning software in general is just tough because there's almost like if you're learning it on your own, there's almost like there's a high chance you're probably one of the only ones in your friend groups learning it, right? Unless you actually make a friend group around the software. Like you could go to a Blender community, but that's definitely not how it was for me. Azen, next time I come across your account, I'll make sure to drop it. Would love some criticism. Go for it, man. I give constructive criticism. I don't give criticism for the sake of criticism. I hate the people that do that. Like, I feel like if you don't actually have any reason to hate something, or if you look at something and you actually genuinely don't see anything wrong with it, you should just say that, right? Don't look for something, don't look for things that are wrong if it's fine. Like, that's my stance on it. So if you want constructive criticism, sure, you can definitely send it to me. But yeah, I don't give criticism just for the sake of criticism. I think that's bullshit. And the people who do that, I don't know. They tend to be like really, really just negatively oriented, and I don't think that's helpful for most of us. New boss bro, always chilling. Yeah, man, just chill here. You can chill. We're just chilling together, so and enjoy it. A simple YouTube search will give you so many results. Watch out for. Blender, Maya, Nuke, Keysha, back to Blender. Damn, bro, like. Okay, you guys tell me in the chat right now, what do you guys think? Because I actually feel like I'm a little bit worried about like the new people trying to learn Blender for the first time right now, just because like back then, you know, when we were in the 2.8 days, like it was kind of like there weren't that many options. There was like Blender and Maya. And Maya was too expensive, so everyone was going to Blender, right? And then if you were like a student, you were either in Maya or 3D Max, right? But like I think it was kind of understood that back then you just kind of like fumbled around until you got comfortable with it, right? But if you're starting 3D today, you're gonna be bombarded with everyone in the comments telling you all different things, right? You're gonna be like, oh, Blender's great, I love it. And you're gonna be people like, oh, Blender sucks if you wanna do, you know, special effects, you should use Houdini instead, right? And then there are people like, oh yeah, but if you want to work in the industry, you really need to know how to use Maya or, you know, 3D Max. And then it's just like, yeah, but like when you want to sculpt though, you really want to use ZBrush. But you know, Blender's good for stuff like this, but for texturing, you really want to use Substance Painter. Like, you see what I'm saying? I feel like if I was learning 3D for the first time today, I would probably just be overwhelmed, you know, with like all the shit everyone's trying to tell you, you know, right? Like I'm kind of glad that I learned it when there kind of was like, well, most people just didn't know what they were talking about, right? Like everyone, like, cause it's true. Like there are different ways and there's different software out there and they're good for different things, right? But like, I think when you're learning this on your own for the first time, you're always thinking like, what is the best software? I want to learn the best software. And that's not like how it works, right? Like, cause like the best for what? Are you trying to sculpt? Are you poly modeling? Are you texturing? Are you UV mapping? Are you just doing special effects? Are you doing characters? Are you doing hard surface, right? These are all different things that will change the answer of the whole, you know, what is the best thing, right? But there's no way for you to understand what that even means. Like if you're new, right? Like, cause you don't even know what the difference between hard surface and biological organic stuff is, right? Asian says, yeah, I always end up sleeping in the Blender tutorials. Blender has too many things for now. Yeah, Intrepid Animations. I had studios come to me recently offering me contract animation work based on animations, and I did in Blender, not in Maya. Dude, congrats on getting contract work, especially in this work environment. That's really fucking impressive. Definitely, like, hey, if you can, on the Discord, if you drop by, definitely drop your portfolio. I'd love to see some of the work. Because I am thinking about, once I get done with my student loans, I want to hire some people from the community to make stuff like content for the channel. I want to know who's available. So just, yeah, definitely drop your portfolio around later on. Mike M, you just have to find a program and stick to it until you learn the basics and then specialize. Actually, that's probably one of the best advices I think I've heard, yeah. I would say that is so, well, that's how I would do it. But yeah, like that is a really good way to do it. There's some knowledge that's universal, like topology and having low barrier software. Yeah, spend time, not money, no sunk costs. I would agree for the most part. At the beginning, that's definitely true. Intrepid Animation says studios don't really care that much what software you use as far as they can actually do the good work. Yeah, I'd say it for sure. Like if you're, no, we have a Discord. I think it's in the description of the video. If you look for it, you'll find it. But yeah, no, like, so if you're being hired just to like make an animation or a character, then yeah, I think the studios, if it's just an animation, they don't really, you know, then they use whatever. But if you're like, if you have to fit in a pipeline, and like, oh, they want you to make a character and it has to be compatible with Unreal 5, then, you know, you might have to adopt a certain software, right? Cycly, I love the name, man. I just want to make animations of character models and doing rhythmic movements together as a hobby. I think Blender is absolutely sufficient for that. It is. It really is. Like, if that's your goal, you absolutely don't need more than Blender for that. If you want to do rhythmic motions, I think it's worth looking into motion capture stuff like either a Suit or a Quick Magic. Quick Magic is more affordable, but yeah, like Blender's definitely good enough to do something like that. New boss bro. That's a good name, bro. I'm more on the programming side these days, and I'm working on what to do since I spend time on game dev things for long. Now I'm wondering what to do. Being solo is hard, and man, you're solo game deving. I feel for you. It is hard. It's really hard. Trust me, I know. Good luck, man. You got this. You got this. I'm rooting for you. Let's see. Should say this applies to animators in my experience. Yeah, I would agree. AoE 2 is an Age of Empires 2. Okay. Didn't know that. I didn't know that. Mike M. Blender, cause you're broke, then buy ZBrush and Substance when you get serious, and Maya for animation and Houdini and VFX. I find the best path. That's actually been very similar to my journey, yeah. I started with Blender because it was free. Well, okay. I started with Maya because it was free because I was a student. But as I got more into it, I started using Maya a lot more just because the things I was doing required me to use Maya. So that was kind of like part of that reason. Dude, I used to be hesitant to come back to Blender from Maya because I'm addicted to Animbot. Animate Pro never looked back, dude. Yeah. Do you guys want to hear my controversial opinion right now on the future of 3D software? Hold on, let me make sure this gun is aimed directly up. There we go. Okay. So I think Maya's gonna fall off. Like, I really do. I don't see Maya able to sustain itself with its price. Like, at the rate that all the other software are catching up. Like 10 years ago, Maya was definitely, you could argue like you could definitely argue for like reasons why you would need Maya. Like you could. But now, I don't think that's true anymore. Like, I think that right now, it's almost like for certain that, like, I just don't see Maya surviving the next 5 years. Like, it's still gonna be there, obviously, because I think they're gonna have some universities that are just too lazy to switch the contract, you know? But like right now, the only thing, and I mean the only thing that I can see, the only thing I like to do with Maya, more than in Blender, is weight paint. That is like the only reason I ever open Maya. And if it's not for that, like, I really don't open it, you know? So, like, I don't even know what other people use it for anymore, except for like animating certain things. But I feel like for animating now, like, you guys know me, I use Cascader, like the way we're doing right now. And I love it. Like, Cascader has just been awesome ever since I got started animating in Cascader. And also since the developers of Cascader are literally like, you know, we're like besties with them. Like, it's like every time I have a problem, I just tell the devs like, hey, you should fix this. And then the Cascader devs come to me like 2 weeks later and they're like, oh, we did, check it out. Maya's not like that, you know? And I just like, you know, the animation side, I feel like Cascader is overtaking Maya. The texture side, Substance Painter is overtaking Maya. The 3D poly modeling side, Blender's definitely taking over that compared to Maya. And for sculpting, ZBrush is overtaking Maya. So I just don't see them, like, they're just like an expensive version of Blender, you know? like that's it. That's all they are, right? Okay, hold on. Let me read some of the chat now that I did my spiel. Let's see. Intrepid Animation says, bro, this is not a controversial opinion. Okay, all right. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it was kind of a hot topic because I know there's a lot of stout Maya watchers, right? Been watching you since 2.8. God, so you came right in when left click was a thing. Are you making a serious game as of now? Yes and no. So I'll talk more about that later, but let me read these first. And Marcos Ramirez, thanks for joining the chat, bro. It's good to have you here. Why don't you announce the stream on Discord server? I forgot. Maybe, you know, let me go ahead and do that. I just forgot, man. This was kind of like a spur of the moment thing. So yeah, I wasn't really thinking about it. Announcements. Here we go. Thanks for reminding me.
Did you order the new iPhone 17 Pro? Got it from Verizon, the best 5G network in America. I never looked so good.
You look the same.
But with this camera, everything looks better, especially me.
You haven't changed your hair in 15 years. Selfies? Check, please.
With Verizon, new and existing customers can get the new iPhone 17 Pro, designed to be the most powerful iPhone ever, plus a new iPad and Apple One. With eligible phone trade-in.
All right, I have announced it on the Discord. I totally forgot, but yeah. Mike M, retopology. Retopology, okay, Maya's actually pretty good at retopology, but I still like ZBrush better. Asian says, yeah, with software like iClone and Cascader plus all the mocap AI stuff catching up right. Yeah. Arnold is not that great. Agreed. I'm not a super. Arnold is good, but I don't know. It's not $2,000 a year good in my opinion. Let's see. Tamim S1. Hello people. Hey, thanks for dropping by, Tamim. It's good to see you here. The new boss bro says Cascader is complex to get into and it changes a lot in between versions. It does, but I still think it's worth. If you're going into animation specifically, it's kind of a good investment. Jax1M says, hi, stopping by to say hi and thank you for everything you've done and the hard work you do. It just helps me endlessly. Jax1M, you are very welcome, sir, and thank you so much for dropping by. Like, it's, you know, I just do the tutorials so to help you guys out, and you know, just seeing your comments like this remind me that it was worth it. Like 7 years of making videos was not a wasted, not completely wasted, right? But hey, you're very welcome, man, and you feel free to make yourself at home here on the chat. Storm McLeod, nice, good to see you, Royal Skies Live. Hey Storm, thanks for dropping by. I don't think I've seen you here before, so yeah, it's good to have you, and you know, welcome aboard. Marco Ramirez, lol. Intrepid Animation is based Royal Skies Live. I try, man, but you know, can't be based all the time. Bro has cherry blue keyboard. Great. Hey. Cherry blue is good though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of very I'm very sensitive with my keyboard, so I'm like, it has to be a certain way. Maya might save you some workflow steps in the character process. Once you learn Blender's workflow, it doesn't seem like a big deal. Yeah, agreed. Blender's workflow has gotten a lot better. It used to suck ass though. I will be honest about that. Tamim, my first time hearing you actually chill, bro. Hey, I do stream like this a little bit more often now that I finished my shorts playlist thing. But yeah, let's see. The physics calculation from Cascader is amazing. It is so good, yeah. Derp Herp, welcome to the club. It's good to see you, man. You're a Maya, rigger and animator who tried a Blender project. I'm back to Maya now. Blender is too inflexible. Yeah. So here's the thing. I also like Maya for rigging and white painting. And if you're used to it in animation, it's actually really good. Going back and forth between Blender and Maya is kind of hard. So I don't blame you on that. Jax1M, thank you. You're welcome, buddy. Raichu Wisdom. Oh yeah, almost forgot. First time I had to do a presentation for work, I used your tutorials as a baseline. People love the end result. Kicked. I'm glad to hear we were able to help your presentation. You're welcome, man. Damon1, honestly agree. People probably use 100% vanilla Blender. They do. That's why, oh man, like that's actually why it's so hard for me to make tutorials about add-ons, is because most people don't have like people are using vanilla Blender. So whenever I make a video that requires an add-on, I'm always like really afraid that most people won't be able to follow it, you know? So yeah, that's like the hard thing about Blender. Been watching your videos for years. Hey, I'm really happy to have you there, man. Like, thanks for all the views and the comments. And hey, like, you know, if you have any ideas for videos you want to see, feel free to drop them down below. Because like I said, I don't know if you guys noticed, but yeah, last week I made an announcement and we finished all the Blender shorts that I had already planned. So we are officially in no man's land right now when it comes to content. I have, so basically, yeah, I've just been trying to figure out, you know, kind of like exactly what the next steps are gonna be, right? But it's like, right now I'm kind of in this crossroads, right? Where like, I have to decide how, like I gotta decide exactly how I want to proceed with the channel now that I've basically done all the things I was trying to do, right? So you guys know that like I have a normal job, right? And so that eats up, you know, a lot of my time. And I don't really have, so like before, I don't really have the same amount of time that I can just like dump into a, you know, a whole video that I used to. So I've been really looking forward to trying to like find ways to continue to make like new content, right? That's fun to watch, but also have the content be like, what you may call it, like manageable and doable within the time that I have. Just because I just don't have the same amount of free time that I used to. And because of my job, the stuff that I'm learning right now is very, very specific and selective. So like, so just to explain it a little bit better, here, let me, hold on, let me read back the chat just to catch up with you guys. Plugins are my fan, bro. Plugins are good, but they kind of suck sometimes because you never know when they're gonna stop working when Blender updates. That's my one problem with them. Terry Rish, Unreal Steam integration. Hey, yeah, no, that's something I'm gonna be looking into. Don't worry. Mike M, people who don't buy add-ons are insane. I use every tool at your disposal. It's not cheating if you use add-ons. You know what? I have something to say about that, but real quick, Mega Steak Man. Hey, I love the name. Steak is awesome. Thanks for being in the chat. That's always a challenge, which I have failed. It's okay, bro. We're all failing sometimes. But okay, so you know, so like this was something that I made a post about earlier, but it's super true. Where, like, okay, videos that require, so when I do a video, and if I cover an add-on, even if it's not very good, as long as it's free, the video will do pretty good. But if I do an add-on, if I do a video over an add-on, and it's not free, like it's a paid add-on, that video really doesn't do good. Like the Blender community hates spending any money ever. Like as soon as you do a video and it's like, oh yeah, there's a cool add-on that like makes your life better for $4, then like half the comments are gonna be like, it's not free, I don't want to, I'm not gonna try it, right? And I feel like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with, like, if that's how you feel, then, you know, I'm not gonna try and argue you out of that position. But I definitely feel like if something truly saves you that much time, it's probably worth the money, you know? You know, especially if it's reasonable, like $5. But like, just so many people in the Blender community, they hate the idea of purchasing anything, right? And I feel like it is a little bit like shooting yourself in the foot, right? Because you're just making life harder, and you don't have to, you know? Like there's no reason you have to do everything by yourself, right? So, you know, I mean, but that's like, this is just my opinion on that, so maybe I'm wrong, but let's see. Just go back to the chat. New boss bro, will you do applying and switching render passes in Unity and Unreal itself? Using old school pre-render techniques. I might. There's a post-process thing that I want to check out in Unreal, but it's kind of complex. It's like kind of complicated, so we'll see. Intrepid Animation says, yo Royal, call me crazy, but I've been thinking about this a lot, and have you ever noticed how 3D animators and modelers don't do challenge-esque videos that much right now, or collaboration in the series? I have noticed that. I have some things to say about it, but let me get through the chat first. Derperp says, at Mike, I have plugin screws me in the past. Having to do things in the older versions of programs sucks. Yeah, no, for sure. Righteous Wisdom says, one idea for a video you mentioned a while back, how to record and replay actions in Blender, scripting animation, basically just tossing it out there. So Raichu, I have tried so many times to get the Blender devs to make that a thing. They're just not doing it. I gave up telling them to try and add it on. It's like, that's actually one of the few things that's better about Maya than Blender still. And it's been that way for the last like 7 years, and I just don't think Blender's gonna adopt it. So unfortunately, you gotta live with it. Hex Maniac, hey, welcome to the chat. I don't think I've seen you here before, but hey, you're welcome to be here. You should do a video with a core add-on you think are close to mandatory for game design and 3D sculpting. You know, that's actually a pretty good idea. I'll have to make a list of those add-ons first, but that's a good idea, thanks. Mike M, perhaps you picked the wrong add-on. Perhaps, there's a lot of them out there. Mega Steak Man, tutorials in general seem niche. I switched over to a lot of tutorial content and my audience really shrank. Yes, yes. Oh dude, yes, I'm so with you on that. I can see things getting even less reach when it's for a plugin. Yes, oh dude, that is literally the story of this channel right here. New Boss Bro says, I think it has a lot to do with the countries where payment system is not really good and people just being a student. Yeah, no. I think that's definitely part of it, you know? And I know that's like a huge reason why Blender is successful in the first place is because it's free. So it kind of makes sense. Asian says, people use Blender because it's free. It's like going to a free lemonade stand and being asked to pay for water. Okay, all right. That is a good analogy. I like that, but yeah, you're right. Raichi says, people have certain loss aversion. They tested after the truffles something a while back. Ooh, I would like to see that study, but it makes sense. Claro Cardozo Jr. The basics are the same for any software. Try, have fun learning. Later you can apply it to any software. That's true. Absolutely 100% true. Storm McLeod. One thing with Blender's built-in remesh quad remesh always gives me issues from sculpting. With few paid remesh add-ons work great. Yeah, no, honestly, Z Remesher and Quad Remesher are probably the best when it comes to retopology, just by far. Like, it's not even close. So, it's best in the original. If you get it in Blender, it's really good. But if you get it in ZBrush, it's even better. Like, you have no idea how good retopology can be until you try Z Remesher and ZBrush. It's so good. But so like, okay, I don't put this on hiatus, but like, I guess I'll explain what I was talking about, like with so for the longest time, my channel was always kind of, it was like a mix between talking about stuff that I thought was really important for game development, and then it was also a mix of whatever I happened to be learning at the time, right? Excuse me. And you know, back then when I was an indie dev, right, and I was just kind of making my own game, you know, you had to learn everything. And so like, when I'm learning everything, that's when the channel was kind of like, you know, we were doing Blender, we were doing Substance, we were doing ZBrush, we were doing Unity, we were doing, you know, how to do aiming systems, we were doing how to lock onto a target, how to make a radar, how to texture this, you know, how to, like, we were just, every video was just kind of like a little bit of a snippet of whatever I was learning to make the game work at the time, right? And so, but like, what the difference is now, like, now that I have like a normal job, and what I'm learning at that job is super specific in Unreal, right? That's why a lot of the tutorials have been in Unreal specifically. It's just because that just happens to be what I'm learning all the time now. However, the downside, and it's been really fun, and I really enjoy it, but the downside to that has also been just like, the reach of the videos is a lot lower. You know, just because the stuff that I'm learning is so niche that, like, most people just aren't gonna need it, right? So I'm trying to find a way to make the channel less about what I'm learning and more about like what you guys want to see, you know? And I can't remember, there was one of you in the comments who was talking about how, like, you could see that when you started putting your channel on tutorial mode, like, and you started doing more tutorial content, you noticed the reach really going down. That is so true for me. Like, I kind of realized, like, whenever I do a tutorial, unless it's like a really popular thing, the tutorial's just gonna get like maybe 1,000 to 2,000 views on average, right? But as soon as you do like any other video, like any other general video, like, you know, for example, when I made a video comparing like Unreal, Unity, and Godot, and just talking, there was no information aside from just like basically my experience, right? I was just saying how Unreal is basically designed for big teams, big professional teams, and Unity and Godot is really for like indie devs for the most part. And that it was just like that was all I basically said in the video. And that video did so much better than like I think 90% of all the tutorials that I was working on in like most of my other videos, right? And so I'm kind of just noticing a trend in YouTube right now where like content is just way more, it has way more reach when you don't make it niche. Like if the content is just something people can enjoy and watch and consume passively without being a 3D modeler, without being a game developer, without being, you know, someone who's trying to build something, if it's just something that's just like easy to digest no matter who you are, that video tends to do a lot better, you know? And so I'm like, I want to try and see if I can go down that path a little bit more, because that's clearly where YouTube wants me to go. And my challenge now is like, okay, I got to figure out like what I'm gonna do to do that, right? Because there's a lot of different ways we could do this, right? We know, think about all the skills we know how to do, like as a community, and not just me, but like as a community, right? We can model, texture, weight paint, rig, animate, 2D, 3D, game design, systems. Like these are all things that we could make the channel about. And YouTube is telling me like, stick to a thing, right? Don't make 10 videos about, well, like, cause like basically up to this point, the channel has been like, all right, we make like a rigging series. So that's like 20 videos on rigging. And then, you know, next when I'm doing Substance Painter, then we make like 30 videos on texturing. And then when that's over, it's like, all right, now let's do sculpting. And I do like 20 videos on ZBrush, right? And YouTube is pretty much making it very clear. It's like telling me, stop that. Don't do 10 videos on rigging, and then 10 videos on texturing, and then 10 videos on programming, and then 10 videos on environment, and then 10 videos on characters, right? Like they're trying, it's very, very, very obvious that YouTube really wants me to stay in a lane. And I think if I do that, then the channel will be a lot more healthy. But I'm still trying to figure out what exactly we're going to do. Like what lane do we want to stay in? Because that's like the big problem right now, you know? I don't know. I'm still figuring out exactly, because clearly the tutorials, they're just not, I just don't see it as sustainable, you know? All right, hold on. Let me read your comments so that I can catch up with you guys. Let's see. Agent says quad remesher is fire. It is, absolutely. Mike M, I paid for quad remesher once and I tried to remesh a human face and never looked back. Yeah, it's good, man. It's hard to explain like to people unless they've tried it, but yeah, it is so good. All right, Agent says, plus I work on subdivision level wise detailing, so I barely go through retopology. Honestly, if you make the topology good from the ground up, yeah, you kind of don't even need to retopologize it. Timim S1, but isn't this negative to the channel and its purpose? Yes, that's kind of like the tough spot that I'm in right now. Mega Steak Man, it's tough because when I make a video, it's often because I want to remember something like I did in the future, making tutorials for my future self. I mean, dude, I'm with you on that too. That's part of the reason I document everything I learn, because I know I'm gonna forget it later, and I know other people are gonna forget it. Agent says, yeah, just some random stuff can get really good if it's enjoyable and fun to watch. Exactly, right? Hex Maniac, maybe create a channel for trend chase and another for tutorials. Summit Cash App, most US platforms don't support Indian payment methods properly. Why? I don't know, man. You gotta ask YouTube. Or Google or PayPal. Fidget, I have arrived. Welcome to the chat, bro. It's good to have you, Fidget. Are you the type of person that has a fidget spinner? You sound like you do. Let me know in the chat, I'm curious. Ambidextrous. Okay, your name made me laugh. All right, good, that's good. Free of paid version? Not really sure what you mean. Maybe explain yourself a little bit more, and I'll give you an answer. Augie, thank you for your mini user tutorials. You're welcome, Augie, and also thanks for dropping by. I don't think I've seen your name before here, so it's good to see you. Fidget, I have a fidget cube. Ah, okay. So you don't have the fidget spinner, but you have the fidget cube. Gotcha. Fidget cube's still good. I have a Rubik's cube. I've never shown you guys, but I do have one.
Too much work bothers me now.
Oh no, ads.
AI makes it easy
My music.
to hand off routine tasks.
God damn it.
Focused on important
What
work.
is this, like every 30 minutes are they gonna hit me with an ad?
Visit
Come
us
on.
at asana.com.
Bring my music back. Okay, alright. You can't model without music. It's crazy, right? Do you guys listen to music while you do 3D stuff, right? Or is it just me? Right True Wisdom found the study details. Chocolate truffle versus Hershey Kiss. The power of free replicated in other settings too. That sounds super, super cool. Dirt perp AI. Do you want AI in your AI? Oh man, that is like every ad now, right? Like this is so it's funny. Like I'm not opposed to using AI for like conceptualizing characters and stuff, or even like read topology and other things like that. But like there's a point where they're just like, bro, I get the point, you know. But also like when it comes to a lot of the stuff that like you're doing, you know, if you do it professionally, it's not specific enough to actually like work. Like I know people are like saying, oh, it'll replace you, but like I'm telling you right now, when you get to the higher level stuff, you always have to go back and fix all the details, and at that point it's just faster to do it from, you know, manually at the beginning. Imagine if AI takes over the 3D industry. It's impossible, but dude, it's way far away from that. Like there are certain things, like if you just want to generate rocks and trees and stuff, like sure, you can, but you still need the environment guy to put it all together and make sure that it's consistent, and you know, and then when the playtesters come in and they're like, oh, I hated this area, then you need somebody to go in and change the area. So like there's still a lot of work. Don't get so doomy about it. Like there's a lot of work left in 3D, and it's gonna stay that way for a while, so just relax. Red Hood Bard Doc, I listen to creepy stories while I'm listening. Are you subscribed to Mr. Creepypasta? That's my brother listened to Mr. Creepypasta, and he was actually subscribed to Mr. Creepypasta on Patreon, and he got like we got to see him in person. We took a picture with him, and it was awesome. And down in Houston or San Antonio, yeah. New Boss Pro, work without music in the background while I work on my game. The only time I don't work with music is when I'm programming. I can't listen to music while I program. I don't know why, but like I don't know, maybe it's the lyrics that distract me, but yeah, that's the only time I don't listen to music. Fidget, I literally remember being in high school and watching your Blender tutorials instead of paying attention to the graphic design class. No man, you gotta pay attention to class, all right? Like I don't want you failing your tests because you're watching my stuff. Clara Cardozo Jr., I have Discord server with just me and the music bot. That way I don't pay for YouTube to listen. Actually, that's super smart. That's a really good idea. Damn. I might have to use that later on, but good shit, thanks for sharing. So you still got an A? Okay, all right. Well then I don't feel as bad. Right True Wisdom, I just listen to relaxing music when trying to make my reindeer. Yes, Vixento the Fat Rat are excellent in general, though Ramson and Iron Maiden suit my actual mood at the work time. Iron Maiden's really good though. I haven't seen Ramson. New Boss Bro, do you plan to make some small team for your own game or sort? I do, yes. I absolutely do, because I don't have the time to do it all by myself anymore. Right now, I don't know if any of you guys in the chat are environment guys, but if any of you guys are people who like to make environments or familiar with just how to like use the free assets that Unreal 5 provides on Quixel Bay and just put them together to make like stuff, let me know. Because right now, I have an animator, I have a modeler, I have a texture guy, but I don't have an environment guy. I need to find somebody for that. So definitely let me know. And the environment guy has to be familiar with Unreal 5, but it's free. You can use the free, like Unreal 5 comes with a giant free environment asset pack called Quixel. And basically I just need, what I want to do, right? So let's hear it. Let me see if I can show you, right? Well, actually, no, I can't. I don't have the link on my computer. But basically, I want to be able to like show a picture to the environment guy, and then just say, all right, take a few days and see if you can recreate this environment, like this picture, in Unreal 5, and just like try and make sure the lighting is okay. You know, use whatever assets they give you. You don't have to model anything from scratch. You just have to download assets and make it look like the scene. Like that's what I'm looking for, right? Fidget, I graduated a few months back in my BA in graphic design. Congratulations, Fidget. That is awesome. Really, dude, congrats. I'm so happy for you. I'm glad you got it. Hopefully you get a job soon, or if you don't have already, like, I'm rooting for you, man. Mike, I'm retired and I have every Kit Bash 3D pack, so if you need some environment work, hit me up, my friend. Hey, bro. I'll let you, listen, join the Discord and message me, okay? DM me later. Like, we'll see what we can do. Daily dose of shit posts. Your name actually is pretty hilarious. Quixel isn't free anymore. What? No way. Is it not? No, it has to be. What? No way. Dark Dragon, Quixel they got rid of the freeness? No. Oh, also, by the way, Dark Dragon, thanks for dropping by. It's good to see you, man. No way, Quixel's not free. Okay, well, I will see how much it is and I will pay for it, but I still need an environment guy to put it together. So that's not really gonna change. How about trying a contest on that in Discord? I might, honestly. That's not a bad idea. Like, I could totally see myself. I mean, that would be like a really good way. I just, I don't know. Like, I'll see. I've been like, there's just not a lot of environment guys on our Discord. That's the thing. So I feel like if I called out, most people will probably be like, oh, it doesn't apply to me. But who knows? Maybe it is worth doing. I'll have to try it out and see. Let's see. Let me read. It is free, you just need to tick the free stuff. Okay, well, I'll have to look into that, but I thought it was free this whole time. It was when I started Unreal 2 years ago. Daily dose, but good thing is people who have claimed all the assets before the fab migration, including me, have all 12,000 assets in their library. Yo, that's awesome. I'm glad you took the time to download everything before it got taken off. Yeah, no, but like, yeah, I need an environment guy to just, like, you know, it would be like a once every 2 weeks kind of thing, right? Where we would probably take requests from the comments, you know, like you guys, and be like, hey, what kind of environment do you guys want to see? And then, you know, you guys would vote in the comments and see like, all right, between these two images, which ones do you like? And then once the community votes, I'd probably just have the environment guy just see what they can put together. And then we would have the rest of the team, you know, make an animation, make a character, and just make like a 5-second clip, you know? Like a really short 5-second clip, and it would go on to shorts probably, because shorts are being super pushed right now by YouTube. Currently trying to make money from some Blender projects and making game assets for people. I mean, dude, that's a tough, that is a very tough job. Because like, you gotta make sure you protect yourself from scammers, because otherwise people take advantage of that and they just like never pay you once you send in the assets. Just be very careful about that, man. Like, it's really, really easy to get scammed these days. Like, it's happened to me. I'm not saying this like I have no shame in letting you guys know, like, I've been scammed before. I've made work and then never gotten paid for it. So just, yeah, be really, really careful. It's fucking awful right now out there. Any tips on removing one's own procrastination? Let me think. You know what? Let me cook for 60 seconds on that. All right, I'm not gonna say anything for 60 seconds. Let me just cook on it, and then I'll get back to you. I'm gonna cook while I fix this thing. But let me think. I do have some tips, but I wanna organize my thoughts before I say it. Yeah, anyone can offer advice, bro. You know, if you have any ideas. I'm just trying to word my thoughts. So you give me like 20 more seconds, but yeah, if anyone else has an idea, just all right, so here's my take on getting over procrastination, right? A lot of times, pistol animation looks fine enough. Hey, thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Why not give it a go in Unreal? No, we're going to. I just have to finish making some stuff for it. But okay, so procrastination, you have to understand that procrastination usually happens for one of two reasons. One is you're just fucking tired. You actually don't have energy, right? And in that case, I feel like you're trying to force yourself to do stuff when you literally are at your lowest point, and that's very hard. So first step is you want to carve out a specific time in the day where you know, like, you have time and you have energy, and you just want to grab a coffee, sit your ass down, and just be like, this is my time. Like, for the next 15 minutes, I'm gonna do my thing, because I know this is where I have the most energy and I'm the most awake, right? The second reason why people procrastinate, and I think this is actually probably the most true, is your goal is too big, and you know how far away you are from reaching your destination. That just seems so daunting that you know that even if you spend all day doing it, you're not even gonna get close. Like, you're just gonna get a little closer, but you're not even gonna get like 10% of the way, right? I think this is the biggest reason why most people actually procrastinate. It's just like what you want is so far out of reach that you know it's out of reach, and it just demotivates you from even trying, right? And the solution to that, if you're really, really, really like struggling with it, you have to make your goals way more manageable and realistic, you know? Like, if your goal is, I want to make a game about X, Y, and Z, and you're procrastinating all the time, it's probably because your goal it's like a 3-year goal, dude, you know? Especially if you've never made a game before. It's like, it feels impossible, and to be honest, it is for a lot of people, right? So, like, that's the thing you have to realize is your goal for the day should not be, I'm gonna make my game, right? Your goal, you have to scale, you have to divide and conquer, you have to break it down into chunks, right? Like your goal for the day is, instead of thinking about it like, all right, I'm gonna work on my game today. You should mentally think about it like, I'm going to import the character and set up the aiming system. Like, that's my goal today, is just to import the character into the project and make sure the aiming system works. That's it, right? Like, and that way, when you sit down for 30 minutes, you import the character, and you just make sure the animations work, and it does, then you're like, oh shit, look, I accomplished my goal. And then you can mark it off, or you can post it in our daily progress channel on Discord, and so, you know, everyone else can give you a thumbs up. You see what I mean? It's just like, if you're procrastinating, it's usually because your goals are not small enough to make you feel like you can accomplish them, right? So I would say, you know, keep shrinking your daily goal until it is actually something that you can feel like you do. And honestly, bro, sometimes, like, it's okay if your goal is super, super, super small. Like, you know, do you guys want to know? Do you guys want to know my very first thing I learned how to do in Unity was, like, you know, when I was first starting my actual first project that I was directing, You want to know the very, like, I had one goal for the day because I knew nothing about Unity. I knew nothing. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to control it. And I was like, I need to figure out how to do this, right? I'm a make a Star Fox like is much more involved than expected. Yeah, bro. Yeah, no, that you're right. You're so right, bro. But like, I remember, I legitimately was like, I just want to make a game in Unity, but I don't know how. So the first thing that I learned how to do, my goal for that day, was to learn how. Or actually, maybe I can bring it up. Maybe I can show it. Maybe I can actually show it. We'll see. Because I want to show you guys just how shit gets done, you know? If you never finish what you start, not only do you not really have a goal, it also ends up being demotivating. Oh yeah. It's a two-part problem, right? It's also like the problem is your goal is too big, or you don't know what your goal really is, right? That's like part of the problem, you know? So here, I'm gonna give you like literally a blast from the past, sort of like I'm showing you exactly how I started this whole thing, right? Arclight1, hey bro, it's good to see you, man. I honestly wasn't planning on streaming today, that's why you probably didn't notice it. Okay, so all right guys, do you see this? This is Unity, right? And this was my first game project a long time ago, okay? Before I knew how to do anything, my very first day of game design, I was like, okay, I want to learn how to make a game, but I don't know how. So I'm gonna start, right? This was the very, I wrote this down on a list. I was like, all right, I'm going to, if you look at the chat, here's my goal. Learn how to put thing in game. All right, that was my goal for the day, is how do you put something in the scene, right? Like, that was my goal, right? And I think I had like a really low poly enemy, something like this. Yeah, I had like a low poly enemy or a, no, where is it? There was a jet. There was a jet, right? And I was like, I don't know how to put, I have this 3D object and I don't know how to put it in the game. And that was the first thing I needed to learn how to do, right? And you know what it was, right? You know how to do it? Here's how you do it. You click it and you drag it in. That was the first thing I learned how to do, and that was all I did that day. That was that, like, so I checked it off from my list. It was like, all right, now I know if you want to put a thing in the game, you drag it into the scene, and then now you can move it, you can rotate it, you can make it like big or small or whatever. Yeah, you can change the scale if you want. Like, that was it. That was my goal for the day. And I didn't know it was gonna be 1 minute, 30-second task, right? But it was. And so that day I went to sleep feeling awesome. That's how small you need to make your daily goals, okay? Like, if you're struggling procrastinating, it's because you're not making it realistic and manageable, you know? Like really, if you're struggling with procrastinating, your tasks for the day are too big. You gotta like really make it manageable. And you wanna know what the second task I had? The second thing I wanted to learn how to do? It was like, how do I make something rotate? Like, constantly spin, you know? And so like the next day I was like, all right, I have the object in the scene, now I wanna control it. How do I make it rotate? Over and over and over and over again, right? And let's see. I think this is it. I don't know. Does it rotate? Yeah, you see it's rotating? Right? I was like, okay, I don't know how to do that. Let me learn how to do that, right? And it was literally a this is how you do it in the code. If it loads. I want to show you. Here's what the code. This is it. This is how you make something rotate in Unity. Transform.rotate at the speed X, Y, and Z, whatever speed this is. So like, I wrote this code I had values for speed, and I set the rotation speed to 0, 0, 1. So it just rotates on the Z axis at a speed of 1. That's what the code does. That was the second thing I learned how to do. So for the second day, literally, this is what I learned, right? And the third day, I just built off of that, right? Now I want to learn how to make it move forward. And, you know, now then I could move things, and I could rotate things, and I could drag them into the screen and make them exist. And just every day, that was just like those little steps, right? Because you got to remember, I was learning how to do this when I was in college, and I had a full-time job. I was going to classes. I'd go to classes. I'd go to work from 5:30 in the morning to 10, and then I would go to class from 11 to 8, and then I would do homework from 8 to 10, and I'd have like 1 hour left before I sleep at like 11:30, because I have to wake up early to go to work. So I had like 1 hour every day, 5 days a week. And that was it. So I already knew, like, I probably don't have a lot of time to like do very much, but maybe I can figure out how to make it rotate, you know? And so that's just how I did it. And every, 365 days later, I had like kind of the functioning system for the game. So that's my, like, I guess my origin story, I guess you could say, right? For how I got into this in the first place. But it all really just starts with make your goals manageable, man. Because yeah, if you feel like, if you don't have it like, oh, tomorrow I'm gonna learn X, right? If you don't have that plan, it's gonna feel overwhelming, and you're just gonna lose motivation, right? And progress is all about maintaining your momentum. So try and make your momentum doable, because if you don't, it's gonna be like, it's gonna bite you in the ass. KB says, "Damn, you're motivating, bro." I'm just trying to, Alex. Like a lot of the stuff that you guys are struggling with, I've been through, man. So I'm just trying to share what I learned. But Fidget says, looking at the way you have modular scripts makes you think you might like Godot. I think I would. I'm pretty sure I would like Godot. I work in Unreal 5, so that's why I stay in it. Drachmus, Ed, I don't think I've seen your name here before, but thanks for dropping by. How can you export from Cascade or multiple item animations like UEFN Sword with, I actually might show you here in a second. You will see. But let me just check. I'm almost done with these. This is actually something that my boss was telling me I should practice over the weekend, so I'm doing that. I've been very, very fortunate that like I work with some really, really, really talented people who are way more talented than me, and every time I like try and do stuff, it's nice for them to just like give me a little advice. 10mm S1, wow, the speech about procrastination might actually change my life. Dude, you gotta just make it manageable for you, right? That's really it. If you can do that, you'll make progress. And then if you make progress every day, even if it's small, like, those small wins are really important, man. Like, you really, like, the small wins are that's how you do it. Like, the game is not gonna come together tomorrow, right? It's really just like one day you learn how to bring something into the screen. The second day you learn how to rotate it. The third day you learn how to make it move. And then the fourth day you like learn how to make it like home in on a target, Like, that's when the fun really starts, right? New Boss wrote, man, I'm not being able to land any jobs. It feels like they always demand more than my capability. All right, so bro, that is super, 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 super normal. And it's just hard right now. Like, right now, if you're trying to get a job in the industry, it's like it's so hard because there's a lot of competition. Everybody wants to, work remote. You know what? I actually would say like the best chance for you, honestly, is start with like local stuff. Okay, if you go on to like find all the game studios or 3D studios or whatever, like literally in your area first. If you live in the city, there's going to be some companies like in a building. Maybe it'd be 20 minutes away, maybe it'd be 30 minutes away, maybe it'd be like an hour away. But those jobs would be a lot easier to apply to. than online stuff, okay? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, like, there are people out there that are just taking advantage of the fact that like jobs are really hard to get right now. I was in your situation like 3 years ago, and I was super desperate. I was just applying to every single job I could online. And because I was so desperate, I got scammed. Like, there was one time I thought I was applying to a real company, and I did work for them for like 2 weeks. It turns out they were just getting free assets from me. They had no money. They were never gonna pay me. But like, that was like after I had sent in 100 applications and not gotten anything. I got one yes, and I was like, oh, finally I got like something that might work. And that yes was a scam. Okay, like so that's why I'm saying, like, if you can, try your best to like look around your local community first and see if there's any companies that need work at all, right? And apply to those first, because this will be so much safer, and you're probably gonna and it's like it'll be nice because you can see them in person, right? So just be really careful about that. But yeah, like right now, dude, it's just hard. It's really hard. Your best chance is just post what you make on like Twitter or something, so that people who follow you can see. And then that way, if anyone does want to hire you, they can see like, oh, you know what, this guy's pretty cool. Let me message him and see if he's available. That's how I do it. Like, you guys want to see how I do it? Like, let me read these comments. Regional media game for Jacksepticeye. Ooh, hell yeah, man. I heavily regret solo developing for it, especially since I spent all my time on the game loops function and ended up making actual level last minute. Ah, dude, that's rough, man. I feel you on that. Courtney Taylor, I've been procrastinating on creating a 3D character in my game. How do you suggest I break down the character design and modeling to smaller tasks? That's a very good question. I will get to you after I show a thing real quick, but let me finish reading the comments. Tim MS1 reminds me of how a very famous book, The Atomic Habits, life is about extremely tiny stuff that makes the big picture. It really is, dude. Vigilito, hey bro, it's good to see you, man. My homeboy over there. If you guys ever need animation lessons, Vigilito is he's the guy you go to, all right? Like, definitely. Sometimes I go to him whenever I have questions. So, hey, Vigilito in the chat, thanks for being here, man. Drachmus, Courtney Taylor depends on the complexity of your. Oh yeah, it depends on the character. Start with the blackout and refine each piece at a time. That's a really good. That's a really good way to do it, actually. Here, let me see if I can show you guys some examples of how people get jobs today. All right. Where is it? Okay. Just give me a second. I gotta scroll through all of my all my shit till I find something that like is actually applicable to what we're talking about here. Okay. Hold on, I want to find a nice example. Okay. So first off, you have to understand that you don't need a big following to get hired per se, all right? So that's like the first thing you gotta understand, okay? So there's a lot of, I think that if you're looking to get hired, and let's just say you're an animator, right? The most important thing for you to do is refine your technique so that it's at that quality level that people are looking for, right? So for example, this is a channel, it's a Korean channel. I think it's pronounced Moshin Lido, I don't know. But like, so this is a person, right, who is just like, he's like learning how to animate, and he just makes these little clips, right? Like this, you know? And these aren't his characters. These are all characters that, like, you know, they just grab and then they just try to animate, right? And And then it's just like, you know, he's only got 1,000 subscribers, he's got 61 likes, right? But this looks really, really good. And he just posts a video like this, like, you know, once a month or once a week, once a month, right? And there's a bunch of people who literally, they'll just make these kind of animations, right? And they don't, like I said, these aren't even their own characters. They just get the characters somewhere online for free, and they just practice animating it. And you can, there's no special effects. It's literally just animating whatever cool shit they feel like it, right? But it's like, you know, after a while, somebody like me finds these videos, and then, you know, I'll just be like, hey, are you for hire? You know? Because it's like, I really like the way they did that running animation, you know? That's how you get hired today. You just keep putting yourself out there, and you make quality content, and it doesn't have to be long. Like I said, it's just like, all these clips are like 8 seconds long, you know? And they don't have to be polished, right? Because if I'm looking for an animator, I don't care how the character's textured. I don't care how the character's really modeled. I just care, like, does the animation look good? Do you have an understanding of where the camera's supposed to be? How is your, you know, your momentum shifting, right? Like, do you understand the center of gravity and, you know, impacts, right? Because I can tell this guy is hella good. This guy knows how to animate. Like, I can see he's got really solid fundamentals, right? And then, you know, sometimes he'll be like, oh, sorry, I'm busy, I don't really do it. And then it's like, okay, cool, you know? And then I just look for, I'll find somebody else, right? And I'll just keep looking. And I see now this is a different guy. And I'm like, oh shit, look at these animations, this is clean, you know? Right? And he even has a sense of camera work, right? Which is super important. And then, you know, like I said, right here, right? I said, are you for hire? Let's see what he says. I got a job, thanks for the offer, right? And, you know, it's just like, thanks for letting me know. Your work is great, keep it up. You know? This is how people get hired. This is how people like me find people. Like, I just look for people that post clips, and if the work is good, I'll just be like, hey, are you available? So you just got to keep putting yourself out there, man. That's how you get hired today, really. But I still think, like, yeah, if you have companies around your area, always apply for those first if you can. So, Vigilito, thanks for the shout out. Yeah, bro, no worries, man. I got your back. Dracomus, you know, I applied for like 40 entry-level jobs for character artists, even if I'm below. No luck. Yeah, that's normal, man. I definitely, like, it's really tough. I'd say the only answer really is you just got to keep posting you just got to keep making stuff and then keep posting it. And then, like, in your Twitter bio or something, say like available for commissions or available for hire. Like, that's how you got to do it, man. So yeah, right, yeah, that was instant, right? So anyway, that's if you want to start like trying to find jobs, you just got to keep posting your work, and eventually people see it and they'll just ask you about it. Okay, I'm almost done with this fucking weapon aiming thing. Let's see. I feel like two-handed weapons are always hard, you know? Because there's so many ways to screw it up. Finishing work along with social interaction, the final frontier. I mean, hey, man. Gotta start somewhere. Just start to refine and reiterate. That's how you break the cycle of procrastination. Yep. Refine and reiterate. That's a really good way to do it. I would have called it a day To be honest, I would have called it a day. I could have called it a day by now. Hey, bro, if you have to go, it's all good, man. I got you. Thank you. I just appreciate you dropping by. You know, when you did. I'm almost done with this. I got 2 more frames that I got to do, but let's see. Instead of all the tweaking, nah. I mean, here's the thing, you know, like what I'm doing right now, I'm pretty sure is not even like required for the game to look good. Like this is just something I want to do, you know. I just felt like, you know what, I really want to make a cool pistol blend space. So I'm gonna do that today. It's like a Saturday. I woke up late. I'm just kind of chilling, you know. Soul, hello, what's up, buddy? It's good to see you, man. Thanks for dropping by. Let's see. Yeah. I'm gonna fix this a little bit. So not a problem. Hey buddy, it's good to, I hear you on that, man. Did you guys see my latest bullshit video about Adobe? Like how they tried to double my price. If you guys haven't seen that video yet, you should watch it. It was infuriating. I spent an hour and a half arguing with them until they finally caved and just gave me my normal price back. An hour and a half. And all that happened was I didn't even gain money. I just got refunded. That's crazy, right? Righteous Wisdom says, it helps if you study yourself a little bit, don't fixate all the time. Yeah, actually on that, if you guys want to study, you should join the Discord. Like, let me see if I can show you guys. Shit, I can't. But you should join the Discord. We have a Discord where we have a voice chat, and it's really just for people to chill. And like, yeah, if you just want to like study, but maybe you don't want to study alone, you can turn your mic off and just sit there. And then if you have a question, you can ask for help, and somebody in the chat might be able to help you, like, immediately. Drachmus Royal Skies, do you have a tutorial on how to make animations like gasp system for Unreal Sample? I'd like to make my own walk cycle in all directions. I don't have a tutorial for it, but I can tell you. Basically, you want to copy their walk system, right? So the main walk system is you want forward, backwards, left, right. And you want to do that for running, walking, starting to walk, starting to run, starting to stopping from walking, stopping from running. That's it. So you want to do walk, run, start walk, start run, stop walk, stop run. And you do 4 animations of each, so front, forward, backwards, left, right, and you do all of those. I'll show you later once we get to it. But yeah, that's how you would do it. Timon, by the way, I saw in your ArtStation you're a technical artist. What's the really definition of that? I've seen a lot about can't wrap my hand around it. Technical artist is like, it's different for every company. So like for me, it basically means it's like the stuff that has to be done before things get to the programmers, right? So it's like I make like sometimes I make animations like the way I'm doing right now, but I have to import them properly. I have to make sure they're working. I have to make sure the skeleton's properly set up and everything is, you know, within the system for Unreal 5. And then I got to make sure all the materials are working and all the textures are properly showing up. And then if that is all true, then we send it off to the programmer and my job is done, right? And so that's for me. Sometimes I have to deal with a lot of material stuff because I also have Niagara experience, and so both my jobs in the past, they actually had me do a lot of Niagara stuff. So I work a lot with materials too. But sometimes, you know, other technical artists don't necessarily do that. So, but yeah, basically a lot of it, it's all the 3D stuff that happens before the programmer gets it. Like, that's basically what it is, right? Like the modeler makes the character and I have to make sure the character is actually compatible. If that's like the easiest way I could put it. Soul said that's cool. Yeah, I agree. Right true wisdom. By that you mean study yourself the way a predator studies his prey, observe your own weakness and makes it easier to fight them. Yeah, like study yourself, figure out what your weaknesses are, figure out what your strengths are. That's really important. Vigilito, thank you, Mike. Mr. Skies, can you show me what you have so far on that animation? I will. Okay, yeah, I got 2 more poses and I'll show you in a little bit. New boss bro, I gotta go now, but would check back in ALSIF 4 when you can. I agreed if you can generate animals even for other systems with the same coding. All right, boss bro, thanks for dropping by, man. You take it easy, okay? I'll have to check it out. Avernum Solantis, hello there. Hey, it's good to have you, man. Thanks for dropping by. We're just hanging here, chilling, animating with you know the people. Courtney Taylor, that would be dope. Even if you can just show me the basics. I'm on Discord as Court. All right, bro. We'll definitely see you on Discord later. But I will also be showing you some stuff here, assuming my computer doesn't fry itself and kill the internet. So basically it means jack of all trades, someone who connects all departments, or a supervisor. I'm not a supervisor. I have a manager who's way smarter than me, and he kind of checks all the work. But yeah, I basically, it's like glue. You glue everyone else's work together and then send it to the programmer, basically. Show us your wallpaper. I don't know what my wallpaper looks like right now. This is risky. All right, you know what? If you guys give me, all right, leave a 1 in the chat if you want to see my wallpaper, because I don't know what it was. I'll send you, if we get 10 ones in the chat, I'll do it. Okay. Vigilito, I'm a technical artist, would describe it as an all-in-betweener, is usually isn't specific to one job. Basically the best team player on the team. Yeah, definitely a team player, yeah. So you can't do multiple ones, all right? You get one, you kind of just one, all right? My biggest weakness is ad. The way I have too many things and just me barely time to focus on them. Yeah, dude, you gotta focus on something, man. Shit, all right, I guess. Okay, what is my wallpaper? Let me see. This is my wallpaper. I forgot where I found it, but I saw this and I was like, I just love the black and I'm a sucker for black and white, you know. I just love the simplicity of it. It looks super cool, and I don't know. I just think that like something like this, it might be cheesy as hell, but you know, it's my style.
Points on every qualified stay.
Oh man, yeah, okay. Oh shit, come on. All right. Here we go. Did my wallpaper line up with what you thought it was going to be? It looks cool, bro. All right, I'm glad you approve. No, yeah, I like tasteful wallpaper like that. It's good stuff, bro. Hey man, you guys did. I did it for you. It was. I'm a man of my word. You said if one's in the. I said one's in the chat, and you guys left ones. All right. NSFW-ish. I don't know. See, here's the thing, and this is like true on my Discord. I make a distinction. There's a difference between nudity, like artistic nudity, and like something that's actually designed for Pornhub. You know, like. I felt like the wallpaper that I had falls into the nudity category almost, but that's like artistic, which is why I like it, right? There's nothing wrong with going like full NSFW, but yeah, for a wallpaper, generally I don't do that. Usually my wallpapers have to be kind of tasteful. I should make a channel on my Discord for self-promo. If people need a specific role, they could find it in the community. Honestly, we kind of have one. It's called Finished Works. If you go into the Finished Works area and you just like list a thing you're selling or a thing that you're trying to get hired for, that's usually where people find you. YouTube safe? It is. Well, good knows that what my wallpaper looks like. All right, yeah. No, I'm glad to hear you guys approve my wallpaper. Yeah, Works Showcase. That's where things go whenever you want to like promote yourself. But the daily progress is like where you go if you're not really sure if it's done, you know? Like if you just learn how to rotate an object, you put that in the daily progress. Okay. I think this is good. Hold on, I do want to like change the angle of this real quick though. Okay, looks good so far. I just gotta move this over here a little bit and make the arms like this. All right. So are you interested in mods? I like mods. I like using them, but I don't have a lot of time to like mod myself. So I usually just wait for other people to mod stuff. But no, mods are cool. I think I used to have like Super Smash Bros modded for like different custom characters and stuff. But like, yeah, the people who do that are crazy. Like they're basically hacking into the game, right? And then they just change stuff. But it's super cool when you see it. All right, so here we go, guys. We have to check. I think this is done. So what we need is 90 degrees down, 0 degrees, 90 degrees up. And that's for forward. And we also need it for the 45 angle. So we got 45 degrees here, 90 degrees down, forward, up. We also need it for the left angle, right? So that's 90 degrees down looking left, 0 looking left, 90 degrees up looking left, and then we got to do it 45 this way. So 90 degrees down, 45, 0, 45, and 90 up. And then finally we have to do it that way. So 90 degrees down, 0, and up. And it looks like Visualito, he needs a wallpaper moderator. No, man, like my wallpapers are good, dude. I spend a lot of time putting things into my wallpaper folder, okay? Like that you know what? Like I think I gave you guys the wrong opinion. My wallpapers usually are not that like they're not that tough. Here, let me show you guys another one. Nah, I'll show you guys later. I thought about it, was like, nah, okay. Just take my word on it, all right? Let me read the chat. You hear about Ton Rossendal stepping down from the CEO Blender position? I did hear about that. I am kind of looking forward to, I'm hoping that, I'm picking the safe ones. Yeah, maybe. But no, like I heard that he's stepping down, and I'm not sure what to expect. It's either going to get better or worse. So that's the thing I'm not really sure about. So, oh man, like, yeah, it might, like, on one hand, it might get better in the sense of, you know, maybe Blender will actually improve things that really need to be improved. On the other hand, I don't know, it might get worse in the sense of, I don't know, maybe they'll like start making it paid or something, right? Because I don't know what kind of guy the new guy is. Like, you know what I mean? This is for Blender, right? Oh, this is what is this animation for? Which software is this? This is Cascader. So you guys will see. I'm about to open up Unreal and do this, but I have to like export it properly. Killer question, or Keller Max, hey, thanks for dropping by, man. It's good to see you. Question, does object have to be a part of the rig? I remember watching your video tutorial add swords require you to connect the weapon to your character rig. You can, but in this case I did not, just because I just needed the hand positions. So I didn't do it here, but yeah, normally you would, but it kind of depends on your setup. Like right now I don't have to do it. Oh, but you did remind me though. I do have to make sure that this bone needs to be attached to has to be attached to the right hand. So hold on. Thanks for bringing that up. I almost didn't catch that. Love the way you say cascader. That's what it looks like to me. I'm sure there's a Frenchy way to say it, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm on the 0% pride says I'm on the fence too. It looks like he has some top predecessors taking over. It's basically like 5 of them taking up the mantle. I don't know. See, I don't know how I feel about that. Whenever I hear groups taking over something, like, because here's the thing. When you have one CEO, you basically have one vision. And even though I thought, like, I had problems with Blender in the past, you know? But I knew that the CEO had this really clear vision. He just wanted to make 3D accessible. That was his vision, you know? And I respected that. Right? Like, I was like, you know what? I get it. I think that's cool. But I don't like, but now you have 5 people's visions? I don't know what the hell, like, how are they gonna agree on shit? You know? Like, I don't see how that's gonna work. Like, every time there's more than one leader, you basically are gonna have people arguing. And I just feel like it's not good for the team whenever you have multiple bosses. That's just my personal opinion though. Dracus says the gun will have its origin point at 0, where it's not the actual in the hands, right? Yes, but usually when you want to do the animation, you see that there's this, whoops. You see there's this bone here. It's called IK handgun. You always want to make sure that that is where the gun is supposed to be. So, see, now we moved it, and it's in the right spot now. We're just fixing the position of this bone in all scenarios. Let me see. Oh god, you guys are talking. Let me read the chat. I was into it. All right, hold on. You know what? Let me finish moving these bones, and then I'm gonna read the chat. Okay, go ahead and type. I'll read it in a while. Give me a second. All right. All right.
Having Cox Home internet and mobile
Goddamn,
service
add
means
music.
get more without paying more. Now you can get
All right, so now that bone is in the right
free
place.
for a whole year.
Perfect.
When you bundle with fast, reliable Cox internet for just $50 a month. So you can use
Shut up. Okay. All right, let me read the chat so you guys have been popping. Daily Internet, first time viewer, long time watcher. You sound nothing like your videos. Was I tricked? Yeah. Okay. So there's a little, just to keep it short. The accent was just for fun. It was me having fun. Like when I was doing Blender, you know, on YouTube, I just wanted to. I was looking for a way to make really boring tutorials fun and engaging, and so I just put on the accent because it was something I thought would be interesting for the viewer. And it just kind of stuck. Like it's just me having fun on YouTube. But nah, this is how I really sound. So sorry to disappoint you. But yeah, you were actually tricked. So my bad. It's just like, you know, I used to try. I used to practice. When I was younger, I wanted to be a voice actor. So I practiced voice acting different characters, and one of the voices that I always enjoyed doing was the Brooklyn accent. And so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do this YouTube channel in a Brooklyn accent. That's what I wanted to do. And that's what I did. And it just kind of stuck, right? But obviously, like when I'm live streaming and I want to relax and chill, I don't want to have a mental burden of like, okay, I gotta have the accent and I'm also gotta figure out what to say. So when I'm doing live stream, I just go real with you guys. So this is what I'm really like. But yeah, sorry about that. All right, Righteous Wisdom says, well, if they're Dutch and they settled with an ice skating competition in pole vaulting. Okay. 0% Pride, for sure. A vision split 5 ways feels like it might be less focused. Basically, with Nomura, does a director except one person? Yeah, I don't know. Whenever a company, I don't believe there's this such thing as making everyone happy. There's just not. And I think anyone that's worked on a team that has more than one manager realizes exactly what I'm talking about. Vigilito, man, copy in local relative control shift on all the frames. Does that, okay, all right. I thought about that, but I wasn't sure. I didn't want to screw it up. I'll do that next time, all right. Drachmus, so you parent it to the gun. How do you move the IK bone? The IK bone is moved in Unreal itself. It's just there for positioning at the beginning. Soul, wait, I just noticed your voice sounds different, huh? Yeah. Like the video, the YouTube voice is just a fun little game for me. But yeah, this is my actual accent. Is the app better for is it app better for animation? I'm not really sure what you mean there. Just go ahead and explain in the comment. I can't hear the difference. It must be the accent, dev. Hey, if you can't hear, I'm not gonna complain. Neo's like, yo, Brad, control. Okay. I did enjoy listening to your tutorials. Was very engaging. Hey, that's good. Oh, Akila Maida, OMG caught Royal alive. Hey, Kilo, it's good to have you, man. Thanks for dropping by. I really appreciate it. The idiot box enjoy. Mashallah, brothers. I love your name, bro. All right, hey, welcome aboard. It's good to have you here, man. All right, now here's the hard part. This is like one of the most annoying parts of every single. First thing we got to do is save, because you know how that goes, right? If my computer crashes right now and I lose everything, I'll be a little sad. All right, now we got to export all of these. Wait. Okay, I have to rename all of these properly because this is not a rifle, this is a pistol, so. Wait a second. This is not car. This is just pistol. Okay. Okay. You guys will understand why I'm doing this later. I always like to get the names set before I export, because it just drastically reduces the chances of you fucking something up. You'd be surprised how much of a job is like grunt work like this. Just making sure everything is named correctly. This is part of the technical artist position. like this is literally like some of the stuff that I actually do for work. It's very similar to this. Okay, so now we got all those animations ready to go. What have you guys been talking about? Tudum BB. I mean, you're using Cascader instead of Blender, so why? What? Dude, Cascader, I mean, I'm not gonna say, I won't say too much, but just know Cascader's nice when it comes to animation. Blender's better for everything else, but when it comes to animation, Cascader for sure. Do you have a tip for my issue? I'm trying to pick up an item from the world into the hand, do an animation with it, and place it back at the end of the animation, seamless without sockets. I do, but you would have to use some animation blueprint stuff. So that's gonna be a video later, so don't worry about it. Just hang tight. Idiot Box Enjoy, how do you think? Is it possible to build a FP pipeline for weapon around Cascader? You mean a first-person pipeline for weapons around Cascader? Yeah, for sure. It would be the exact same way you do it for Blender, but a little bit easier probably. A Venom Soul, I don't believe that renaming couldn't be done with the script or something. It could, but I was lazy, you know. It's just I was just fucking lazy. All right. So the first animation we got to re-export is. It is okay. Let me make sure. This is 0 forward, 90% down. So. Zero, 90% down. Okay. Second animation is at 0, 0. Third animation is at 0, 90. Okay. And I always forget if this is negative 45 or 45 in Unreal. Hold on. Okay guys, just real quick, I am about to open Unreal, and when my computer opens Unreal, my computer gets really hot, and sometimes my internet like gets slow. So if I lose you guys, you know why, but hopefully this won't happen. All right. Hopefully I don't lose you guys. Let's see. Mike M, my game is in Unreal Engine 5. Hell yeah, dude. Unreal Engine 5 is awesome, but it takes a little while to get to hang of. Soul, can I work with you? Hey, yeah, show me your portfolio. And if I have anything I need that I think you're good at, then I'll probably reach out. Just DM me on Discord. And let me know what your name is on Discord so I know it's you. And because there's a lot of, I get contacted a lot by like random bullshit and bots and scammers. So definitely tell me what name I'm supposed to look for here. Nitron, hey, first time going to these streams. I have to start Blender learning after I lost access to my student license in Maya. Oh, bro, welcome to the stream, man. It's good to have you here. What's the first thing I gotta learn to go back to making cool characters again? Get familiar with how the different modes in Blender, how you have object mode, you have edit mode. Once you get the hang of those, you can pretty much start making characters immediately. And then some modifier stuff. And the mirror modifier. Learn the mirror modifier first if you're coming from Maya. That's like the most important thing. Kilo, Mida. So Cascader is better for animation. Can someone explain why? Well, it's like the difference between a screwdriver and a power drill. Like you can use Blender to screw in a screw, but when it comes to animation, like Cascader is just designed for animation specifically. So Blender is like a jack of all trades, but Cascader is like a nail designed specifically for animation. That's why it's better. And the reason also why is because it does a lot of the in-betweening for you. So like you only have to make the keyframes and then it kind of guesses the rest. PC uses self-destruct. Don't say that, 0% pride. Don't say that. What GPD do we use? I have an NVIDIA 3010. I don't remember. All right. Idiot Box Enjoyer. You can use Quinn code to build Python scripts for better automation. I will need to try that. You can always go into project settings, searching for any key. Yeah. No, that's what I'm gonna do. I have to figure out what the. All right. It looks like you guys are still here. So if we look at this is for the center axis relock rifle. So negative is to the left of the character, which means we're looking right. So this is positive. So this is positive 45. Okay. So we can safely go back. So we need to look for positive 45, negative 90. Okay. Should be positive 45, 0. And positive 45, 90. Okay, so this should be positive 90, negative 90. Okay. Positive 90, 0. And by the way, these are all, I got all of these names from Unreal itself, so this is why we're following this way. And then positive 90, positive 90. Now we do negative 45, negative 90. Negative 45, 0. Negative 45, 90. Almost there, guys. All right, now we have negative 90, negative 90. So, no, not that one, this one. Negative 90, 0. Yes, okay, that's it. And the last one, negative 90, positive 90. There we go. Okay, let me take a second to read your chats. 30 out of 60 thumbs. Yeah. KB on Discord. Okay. Do you know Maya? How to export to Blender with no errors? Yeah, I use Maya for exporting a lot, but yeah, you can export with no errors on Blender if you follow the same skeleton. Nitron. Ah, I see. Good to know. Thanks. All right. Yeah, I'm glad to clear that out for you. Soul, wait, you don't know what GPU you're using? I don't actually, bro. I don't know. I'm not a techie. Like I'm an artist at heart, so I don't really keep track of that. It's like a 3070, I think, though. It was donated by one of the patrons, an awesome patron. So yeah, I don't really remember, but he saved my life. It literally gave me the card. 0% pride. Mine did. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Yeah, no. Ixie, our moderator, welcome to the chat, bro. It's good to see you, man. Hey, thanks for dropping by. Steam was completely fine during UE boot. All right, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Jay says, are you positive this isn't negative? I don't know. We're gonna find out. Mike M, the Unreal way is kind of bass backwards. Yeah, I know, man. Dracumus, at Royals, go into the task manager performance, check your GPU. I will do that in a second here. Hold on. Solid Sweet. Technical artists. I'm not technical. Yeah, we try. We're really just artists trying to be technical. But yeah. Tudum BB. Have you tried Houdini? I have. But I didn't get super far into it because I'm not like an effects guy. If you're an effects guy, then you do want it. You have a 2070. You can't run Unreal without stutters. Yeah, it's tough, man. All right, guys. Oh, wait. There's one more thing we gotta make before we go in here. Okay, I need to make a pistol idol. Shit, where did it go? Okay. I guess. Okay, let me save this. And I'm gonna have to add some extra frames. So 100 frames. I'm gonna add 100 frames here. Okay. So 140. And I'm just gonna be lazy. So we're going to copy everything here. Actually, we're just gonna copy the whole thing. Oh, really? Oh, okay. I guess we didn't need that. Oh, God. Wait, why is that? Oh, man, okay. Jay says my GPU is a box of crayons and I only chewed half of them so far. Bro, I hope your GPU is okay, man. Like, seriously, you got it. GPUs deserve love, okay? Even if they're not the best. Why is... Oh, damn it. Alright. Shift Z. There we go. That's so weird. Hey, Vigilito, do you know why I'm getting movement? Even though I shouldn't be? Oh, wait, no, it's just because... There we go. There we go. I figured it out. Never mind. Huh. Okay, we're still getting some funniness, but it's alright. How much does the thing cost? Ooh, that's a good question. The fuck is up with my gun? $4,000 for a GPU, bro. That's crazy. I wonder why I'm getting this funny looking arm movement though. That shouldn't be it. What if I get rid of this and I copy this? It still happens. Interesting. Well, I guess first let me go ahead and copy the proper grip. What is going on with this? Oh my god, we got that stupid handgun thing. He said don't tell anyone, but I'm here to tell you people. Keyframes be doing keyframe? Yeah, I know, right? Shift Z on the shoulder bones is a good start. Set transition to GR to FK maybe. Or you could have a translation to be linear. You know what? Let's try that, but let me fix this first. Okay. Go here, get the weapon. We want this. And we'll go to IK handgun. Oh, wait, alright, yeah. Whoops, that's why. There we go. Oh wait, you said we could do it this way, right? We could go here, Control Shift Z, or Control Shift, and then you can here. Does that work? Oh my god, it does work. That's crazy. But that is a little bit weird how we're getting these in-between frames, right? That are like... I mean, if not, I know how to solve this the brute force way, but I'm gonna try not to. Okay, let's set this to linear for now. Okay, that worked. What if we do this? What if... Oh, that just made it worse. All right, it's okay. It's okay. We don't need a crazy. We're just gonna set it to linear just to make our lives easier. It's not gonna be the most sexy animation, but it will be good enough for what we need. Let's see what you guys have been talking about. Sweezy CG, dude, love the name by the way. Super cool. The Cascader has always been weird to animate with. Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's just these little things that like every now and then kind of happen. It doesn't normally happen, but yeah, sometimes they constrain both hands to triangulate. There is, but it's a little bit tricky. Anyway, we're gonna bypass this and we're gonna just go straight to a good old fashioned fix. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Put some rock music. I could, but I don't want to drive people away who aren't. And rock is like one of those things where you either love it or you don't. Let's rock out live. No, if I go down the music changing category, then people are gonna be like, some people will love it and some people will be like, I don't like the song. They'll just sign off, you know. So it's okay. Let's see. Let's keep this. Let's keep these all the same. There we go. Okay. Now we just got to. Bro, throw on some Metallica, bro. Dude, me and my dad love Metallica, but like it is an acquired taste. It's not for everybody, for sure. Okay, let me see. Maybe down. Would that look better? Nah, up looked better. Maybe a little bit. There we go. There we go. All right, there's our idle animation. It's the deathcore, baby. Dude, if I wanted to make people run, I used to listen to really crazy music back in the day. I used to listen to speedcore. I still listen to speedcore, but it's kind of similar to Igor. But so do you guys know the beats per minute chart? Like how you can tell like what songs are what speed? So like, what was it? Beats per minute, let me see if I can find it. I'm left to see hearts. All right. music beats per minute chart. Really? That's chart speed core. Damn, there's not a chart for it anymore. Well, basically, speed core is like, I think it's like 180. It's like I forgot. It's like 300 beats per minute or something. And then when you get to faster speeds, then it's like. Apparently, there was one type of music. It's called extra tone. An extra tone has a BPM of 1,000 beats per minute. It's a very rare kind of music. But if you ever want to turn someone off, you play extra tone. So, yeah, that's how you would do it. Okay, so now we're gonna export this as a idle pistol animation. Pistol idle. Yeah! Now we save in case something stupid happens. All right, let's go. Oh, there's my wallpaper. Okay. So now we just have to import stuff. That's the rifle. So go to pistol. And we go in here and we just download them all. Boom, boom, boom. All right. And now we just check. Looks good. Looks like all the IK bones are correctly in place. This is it. This is great. And now we do a shortcut. Because shortcuts are great. We're gonna copy the blend space from the rifle, and we're gonna make one for the pistol. We got to see some first. You guys want to see like one of my favorite wallpapers? Press one in the chat. I'll show you. It's more wholesome though. It's not like you guys have probably seen it before, but all right. So now we have to go to the rifle. And we gotta replace these. Oh, but before we do that, actually, I forgot. We actually have to make sure we turn something. All right, the idle has to be non-additive, but everything else has to be mesh space, selected animation by frame, and it has to default to 0, 0. I always forget this, but we gotta do it. Okay. Vigilito says, unsure if I can handle it. No, it's good. It's good. No, you can handle it. I'll show you. All right, so we gotta set all of these to additive settings, mesh space, selected animation frame. And we want the base pose to be 0, 0. So where is that? This one, okay. Save. And it looks like we got that. And just to check, let's just make sure. You guys want to see it? It's wholesome. It's not bad. Okay, it looks like everything still works. See if I can. I just gotta test to make sure that the fucking jumping didn't work or didn't break. Nice. Cool. All right, everything seems to work. Awesome. All right, we're in a good spot. And yes, this is the demo project that I'm kind of like slowly putting together as I learn how to do motion matching stuff in Unreal. Because I gotta learn how to do this stuff for my job, so I'm like practicing with it on my spare time too. But yeah, like so far it looks like everything works. So you know what we gotta do? Is that Fortnite movement? It is. Yeah, this is actually the base for Fortnite, right here. They give it to you for free, and I'm just kind of building it on top of it. So looks like everything animation is smooth and not out of place. Yeah. Like we lucked out. So now that we have that, I am going to save everything. Well, we have everything in place. So we have to now make the tree. So remember, negative 45 is on this side, positive 45 is on that side. So now we just gotta delete everything. Oh wait, hold on. Make a tutorial on the motion matching stuff? Dude, I do. Like I have tutorials for motion matching. So here, I'll put it in the chat for you, all right? If you just go here, you'll see like the last couple tutorials here. I'll just post them in the chat. There you go. Show us the wallpaper. all right. I'll show you one of my favorite wallpapers I got. It's wholesome though. Like it's not. You don't have to worry about it. Here. This is one of my favorite wallpapers. And there's a reason for it. It's because, one, Zelda Ocarina of Time was my... I feel like it's probably the game that changed my life the most growing up. It was like the first time I really feel like I went on a genuine, like an actual adventure. And I really feel like there's just so many, I relate to Link a lot. Like a lot. And Malin was one of the few people in the game that absolutely I loved her. And I was just like, she's so cute, right? And then, and she grows up to be like really beautiful too, which was the great part. Here, this is another one of my wallpapers. So you guys can see, I am a true Zelda fan. But I'm just proud of my boy, you know, because at the end, I think canon-wise, right, Link ends up with Malin at the end, and I totally think that she was the best girl for sure. Like Zelda just put you in the friend zone for like the entire game, and I was like, nah, Malin it is. All right. But yeah, there. Hope you're happy. Yeah. My wallpapers aren't all NSFW, guys. Okay, like, come on. All right, let's do pistol. Lyra, pistol, standard. Okay. Opponent in the background. Yeah, no, yeah, like, I know I joke around, you know, a lot, but genuinely my favorite games and art are always things that mean a lot to me. So, Epona and Malin and Link, those are my childhood. You thought something else? I have a wallpaper that probably aligns with what you thought, but we'll show that next time. If you guys are still here in 25 minutes, I'll show you the other one that I think is really good. All right, let's see if we can make this fucking tree. All right, so now that we got this, delete this, delete this, delete this, delete this, delete this. Zero is the base. Okay. So we want to. All right. So negative 90 is the first one. Okay. And then we have negative 90, 40, negative. Okay, and then we have negative 45, 90. So here we go. Then we have 0, 90. Okay. And then we have 45, 90. And then we have 90, 90. Here we go. All right, that's layer 1. We got to do negative 90, 0. Yeah, here we go. Then we got to do negative 90, negative 45, 0. Then we got to do 0, 0. Here we go. Then we got to do 45, 0. Then we got to do 90, 0. Here we go. If it's a human, it's not a good wife. It is a human, man, dude. Like, no. Most of my wallpapers are humans for sure. By the way, looking at those bullet decals, have you thought about doing a video adding decals on a skeletal mesh like blood splatter? Because I can't even wrap my head, dude. I talked to a professional VFX guy. He actually might be here in the chat. I was asking him the same question. Do you know what he told me? Just buy it off of Fab, because creating it yourself is just too much trouble. Like, yeah, I was like, oh, I want some like blood decal effects, right? How do you put it on a moving skeleton? And yeah, the professional VFX guy I talked to was like, just get it from the market. It'll take you like 3 months to make by yourself, especially if you don't know how to do it. So, yeah, just that's my advice, because that's the advice he gave me. All right, gotta do negative 90, negative 90. Negative 45, negative 90. Negative 90, 0. Yep. And then we gotta do 45, negative 90. You see why it's important to name all these correctly? Can you imagine doing this if you didn't have the names proper? It would suck ass. And then we have 90, negative 90. All right. And we have to set this to this, I believe. Maybe I did something wrong. Oh. It's the idle. Oh no, did I fucking mess that up? Did I not see that? Ah, no, we have a fucking bump. No, god damn it. Oh, I have to fix that. Oh, I think it's gonna break though. Okay, let me fix it first, then if it breaks, I'll cry, but okay, let's just save this for now. Ah, I didn't want to do that. No. Alright, hold on, I gotta fix this. God damn it, I didn't see this fucking bone. Alright, it's gonna screw up my stuff. Hold on, I gotta fix that, because I'm a professional. Okay. Damn it. All right. Pistol idle. Okay. So before because I think this is gonna crash the game. I'm gonna make a backup. All right, give it like 5 minutes. It's making a backup right now. Okay. Let me read I'll read your comments while I'm waiting for it to finish. Mad cow crazy. If it's human, it's not a good waifu. Don't worry, man. It's human. My waifus. My wallpapers are always of human waifus. You have to do that manually. I'm sure there's a way to script it, bro, but I don't know what it is. Everinum. Yeah, it's a crap ton of math and calculations to account for text density stuff. It's good to know I'm not the only one in trouble. Yeah, no. Mad Cow Crazy says, I'm trying to get into animation. Is it easier to make an animation and move in UE, or is it better to do it directly in Blender? I would make your animations in Blender and then export them to Unreal. It's just easier that way. Soul, come here, have a hug. I love hugs. Send me a spiritual hug. JJ Skywalker, by the way, awesome name. What bone is that? This is the IK gun, handgun bone, and it's useful whenever you want to make sure that the gun is always aiming at the right target. Well, okay, you know what? I guess while it's loading, I can't show you. I can't open the project while it's loading, but the IK handgun bone is what you use to tell the gun to aim at your target, basically. So you want to make sure it's right. Drachmus, I'll send you my portfolio if you ever need a character artist. Yeah, DM me on Discord, dude, and make sure you tell me it's you so that like I know it's not a scammer. Ray Hightower, what is your favorite weapon that you don't see enough of in the media? I'm tired of firearms and swords being the only thing I see in fight scenes. I would love to hear the rest of you guys, your opinion on the chat. Like, what are some weapons you would love to see more of? I mean, personally, I'm a big gun sword fanatic. I love, well, okay, I'm not a fanatic. I don't know the guns like a lot of guys do, but I mean, I know they're overused, but I love guns. If I had to pick though, I kind of wish, I wish there was more Zweihander, like gigantic, like not Cloud's Buster Sword, but like the real version of that, which is like a two-handed big sword, right? The Great Sword. I don't see a lot of anime where they have a properly animated Great Sword. Like Dark Souls kind of does it, but they don't really fight the way real Zweihander people do. Let me see if I can actually show you guys. Yeah, okay, I found it. This kind of sword. You don't see this particular sword a lot, but it's super cool, you know? Like, look at that. How can you can't tell me you don't want to do that in a game, right? Like, let me see if I can find some more, yeah, okay, look at this dude, all right. The guy in the middle. Doesn't that look fucking cool? Like, you don't need to even like fake the choreography. You just use it, right? Like, I think this weapon is highly underused, especially in sword things. And I really feel like it's one of the cooler ones. And it has such a unique animation kind of set that I feel like you can't find Zweihander animations on the Unreal Marketplace. You can't. Like, they're always like Dark Souls style animations, right? They're never like this, like the actual ones based off the manuscripts and stuff. So I would love to see this particular, the Zweihander sword or the Great Sword. I would love to see this style of a weapon in more things, but alas, I don't have that option. So, all right, let me show you guys. Because you were wondering what the IK handgun bone does. And we'll probably, as soon as this works, we will just log off and call it a day, because that was the point. Just trying to get these done. Okay, I'm a little bit worried that it's going to screw something up, so I'm gonna hold up. I'm gonna do this first. Okay, save. And we're going to re-import the pistol idle. Okay, looks like the IK hand bone is not doing anything. Great. Now we can go back and set it. Ah, look at that, guys. All right, let's test this out. Oops. Whoa, we missed one. So this is fine. I think we got this animation wrong. Yeah, oh, wait. Yeah, okay. Nice. All right. Look at that. Look at the culmination of our work. Oh man, it just took fucking forever, but we did it. All right. All right, let me catch up on the chat since you were popping off while I was fixing this. Right your wisdom, good night all, I gotta head off. Oh bro, thank you for dropping by, man. You take it easy. You have a wonderful, fantastic rest of your night, okay bro? Seriously, thanks for dropping by. You were literally the first one here. Much appreciated, dude. 2 sickles, halberd, Corbine with all the fancy tricks. Dude, yeah, those would be great weapons. 0% Pride says, since animations are largely due to shifting weight, hammers could be really fun. I actually agree, hammers would be great. You know, I had this idea for a character in a game who was a firefighter, and his main weapon was just an axe, like a firefighting axe. I thought that'd be really cool, but you know, I don't know where I'd put that. Literal Bread, Kingdom, by the way, your name is great. Kingdom has great swords, I'm pretty sure. I think they do, yeah, but I haven't played it very much. Mike M, try a Chakram, those are pretty cool weapons. Oh, dude, I have never seen those in games, but that would be really cool. Arc Light, if you mention weapons, I'd pick the flak cannon from Unreal Tournament. Actually, no, that's pretty good too, yeah. JJ Skywalker, funny enough, this Zweihander has a very samurai lightsaber feel, just slower and wetter. Yeah, it does. No, I love the way it looks. Helicopter arms. The one thing I struggle with while practicing animation is getting good reference footage. Yes, that was literally hard. The hell was the background noise? Probably an ad. Oh wait, no, it's probably me. I have a cup in front of me and it has ice in it, so maybe that's why. Someday we gotta see your hands in the face. One day, bro. Not today. I need it. When I get my 6-pack, sure, you'll see my face, but I'm still working on that. Clockwork Gearhead, thanks for dropping by, man. Good to see you. This gunman begging everyone for. Yes, he is. Arclight, another weapon, the Enforcer pistol from Unreal Tournament. Ooh, oh yeah, that would be a good one. Evernum. Also, you should check out the weapons from Warframe. Ooh, I really love the design from Warframe, honestly. Those characters are they're so my style. But yeah, it's kind of hard to do that when you're doing medieval fantasy, which is what we're doing right now. Like Gunblades are also really cool, but I just feel like Final Fantasy does them pretty well for the most part. So there's that. But yeah, all right, well, so we got these, which is great. Oh, okay, last thing I wanted to show you guys, because you guys were wondering what the gun bone was for. This will be the thing I leave you guys with before I sign off today, since we accomplished our goal. I gotta make another one of these, but for the John Wick style, the center axis relock. I just call it so UEFN aiming pistol car center axis relock, you know, because that's the, so like the way I want to do this is I want to have so you can see like the pistol animations we have. This is like standard stance, but I really want to do the John Wick stance, this one, right? And the way I'm imagining it happens in the game would be like, so it'd be the same thing with a rifle, right? So I'm thinking like if your target, you see how we know where the gun is aiming, like with that red little dot. I was thinking like if the distance between you and the red dot is like below like 2 meters, then it would go into the John Wick stance, right? And if it's farther, then it would go into the normal stance, like the way it is right here. So I want to add 2 layers of this, right? So this is the normal layer, and then I want to do this one right here, like where it's like kinda, you know, something like that, right? So I have to make a second tree, but I'll do that another day since it's already been like 2.5 hours. But yeah, like, so, well, yeah, before I go, I wanted to show you guys what this bone was for. So let me see if I can show you. All right, so when we're aiming, you can see the red dot, right? And the way this works is you go in here and you see how whenever the gun is actually pointing at the red, you see how the gun is pointing at the collision of the middle of the screen, right? So that is the IK hand, that is literally, it's using this bone. That's this bone. This is the bone we're actually controlling, right? So we're saying, hey, this bone is aiming, well, right here, basically. Hold on. Yeah, so this bone is aiming at the red dot, and that's how the gun knows to aim at the red dot, right? So you can kind of see no matter where we look, it's always aiming at it. And that's because in the animation blueprint itself, we're saying, hey, point the hands, like basically where the IK handgun bone is pointing. That's why it's really important for us to have this bone, the handgun bone, in the proper position all the time. If you don't have it in the right place, you can't use it to control the direction of the gun. So, and this bone is specifically built by the guys who made Fortnite for this purpose. So that's why we use it this way. So that's why you really want to make sure to check and make sure it's always in the right spot for all of your Unreal 5 animations. Because if you do that, then you can use it as a reference to like control your aiming for everything, and everything just gets better when you do that. So definitely, you know, try that out. And you can see like it's really smooth. Like once you got it, like you can, it's super easy. Like I have like a randomized spread for it, you know, but and I still gotta fix a few things. And like I even though we have the animation tree for the pistol, I don't have, I'm still learning how to implement it, so that's actually the next thing I gotta figure out how to do. But yeah, that basically concludes the stream, guys. I just wanted to say thank you for everyone for dropping by. We got 58 fantastic people here in the crowd, and you guys are, let me read the chats first before I go, just because I know you guys have been asking a bunch of questions. So I'm gonna try and get through as many of them possible. If you have any last minute questions, just go ahead and drop it in the chat. I'll try and read it right now before I go. Let's see, where did we pick off? They do have some nice animations. You've been using Cascader since 2021? Dude, it's good, it's good, it's good. You should definitely keep using it. It's definitely worth it. Jay says, I'm not sure if I want to use Cascader. You don't have to, man. If you're comfortable with Blender, use Blender. But just don't be surprised when you see other people animating 5 times faster than you, because Cascader makes life a lot easier sometimes. So, but no, I think Blender is great if you're getting fundamentals. If you're working on your fundamentals, just use Blender. JG Skywalker, oh, I'm a dumbass. I'm so smart to be putting the frame on one project. I save 1 project %. Nah, man, you're good. You're good. We all do stuff like that sometimes. It's okay. DizScroll says, I mostly use it because I don't want to spend 2 hours to make a custom Blender rig just to have IKFK sweat. Yeah, no, Cascader. So like, it makes animating and posing just super intuitive and easy. That's why I love it. JJ Skywalker says, the John Wick stance switch would be fun for short range to do it. Yeah. No. And sorry for heading out, but what are you making this animation? I'm making it because I want to basically learn how to trigger this sort of stuff in Unreal. You know, because like this is my sandbox project, so I'm practicing making stuff with different animation, with different weapons, different poses, and different stances, and I'm just trying to learn. I'm trying to get comfortable triggering those things, right? And Dark Dragon says it looks a wee bit off, but yes. No, I know, Mel. I know, bro. It's I'm gonna fix those details later, but yeah, we're working on that. Soul wallpaper. I'll show you the wallpaper next time. You'll have to come back to the next stream. Well, I showed you already 2 of my favorite wallpapers, so you're gonna have to just accept that. 0% Pride, take care, man. Hope to see you in the next one. All right, 0% Pride, thanks, man. I really appreciate it, dude. Red Hood Bardock, goodbye from Houston. All right, my Houston homie, you take it easy, man. Tasking One High, thank you for the stream. Good luck and have good fun and helpful. Hey, you're good, man. Can you do a tutorial on insert extremely advanced topic that requires years of XP to understand? I might do that as an April Fool's joke, okay? But we'll see. Mike M, thanks for chill learning session, my man. Sent you a Discord message on environment shots. Hell yeah, bro. Yeah. For those of you who are like good at what like animation or modeling or whatever, drop by the Discord and just post your stuff. There's always people looking for talent. You just got to put yourself out there. Just like every week, just post something, man. That's how you get found. Kind of like how you saw on the stream earlier. And Arclight says we're on Discord voice most of the weekend, especially Fridays. Yeah, if you really just want to network and hang out with people like us, then Friday evenings, that's where you want to join in. Royals Odane, Royal Skies Live. No way, dude. I'm about to sign off, but thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. How about another 2-minute rigging video in Blender for? Dude, I don't know if you guys want to see. I've done like 75 Blender rigging videos. I don't see the point in doing another one, right? But maybe if they change a lot, I'll think about it. Jay says thanks for streaming. I'll see you around. All right, dude. Yeah, you guys all seriously, thanks for dropping by. That was all the comments. So we're gonna head out now, but yeah, next time, I don't know, maybe next time I'll do this, I'll have some cooler stuff to show you, but I do want to implement the community more in the future, and I am trying to bring more people online to help us make stuff for this channel, because yeah, I don't have time to do it all by myself anymore. So yeah, join the Discord, show your stuff, post your progress in the daily progress, and you know, I'll see you guys around, all right? So as always, hope you have a fantastic day. See you around, and take it easy, guys, all right? See you.